Adjectives. Morphological composition of adjectives. Here is a group of suffixes that form adjectives by adding them to the verbs. Able, able, can do. Agree, agreeable. Pass, passable. Able, can do. Access, accessible. Flex, flexible. And, preferring agent. Please, pleasant. Resist, resistant. And, preferring agent. Excel, excellent. Urge, urgent. Eve, causing effect. Attract, attractive. Possess, possessive. Ing, causing effect. Amuse, amusing. Relax, relaxing. Ed, receiving effect. Amuse, amused. Relax, relaxed. N, receiving effect. Freeze, frozen. Brace, brazen. Al, relating to. Accident, accidental. Region, regional. Full, full of. Beauty, beautiful. Skill, skillful. Ick, having the nature of. Caused by. Athlete, athletic. Photograph, photographic. Ical, having the nature of. Magic, magical. Practice, practical. Ish, origin, nature. Fool, foolish. Ship, sheepish. Less, without. Power, powerless. Use, useless. Like, lifelike. Child, childlike. Lee, like. Friend, friendly. Day, daily. Oath, quantity, nature. Poison, poisonous. Courtesy, courteous. Like. Rain, rainy. Mess, messy. Function of adjectives. Adjectives describe the aspect of nouns. When an adjective is describing a noun, we say it is modifying it. Adjectives can describe feelings or qualities. Examples: he is a lonely man. They are honest. Give nationality or region. Examples: I heard a French song. This clock is German. Our house is Victorian. Tell more about a thing's characteristics. Example: that is a flashy car. The knife is sharp. Tell us about age. Examples: he is a young man. My coat is old. Tell us about size and measurement. Examples: John is a tall man. This film is long. Tell us about color. Examples: Paul wore a red shirt. The sunset was crimson. Tell us about what something is made of. Examples: the table is wooden. She wore a cotton dress. Tell us about shape. Examples: I sat at a round table. The envelope is square. Express a judgment or a value. Examples: that was a fantastic film. Grammar is complicated. Adjectives in English are invariable. They do not change their form depending on the gender or number of the noun. Examples: this is a hot potato. Those are some hot potatoes. To emphasize or strengthen the meaning of an adjective, use the adverb very or really in front of the adjective you want to strengthen. Examples: this is a very hot potato. Those are some really hot potatoes. Adjectives in English usually appear in front of the noun that they modify. Examples: the beautiful girl ignored me. The fast red car drove away. Adjective can also appear after being and sensing verbs like to be, to become, to look, to taste, to smell, to feel. Examples. Italy is beautiful. I don't think she seems nice at all. You look tired. This meat tastes funny. Some exceptions. Adjectives appear after the noun in some fixed expressions. Examples. The Princess Royal is visiting Oxford today. When a number of adjectives are used together, the order depends on the function of the adjective. The usual order is quantity, value, opinion, size, temperature, age, shape, color, origin, material. What the adjective expresses? Quantity. Examples. 4, 10, a few, several. Value, opinion. Delicious, charming, beautiful. Size. Tall, tiny, huge. Temperature. Hot, cold. Age. Old, young, new, 14-year-old. Shape. Square, round. Color. Red, purple, green. Origin. Swedish, Victorian, Chinese. Material. Glass, silver, wooden. Examples. They have a lovely old red postbox. The playroom has 6 small round plastic tables. I bought some charming Victorian silver ornament at the flea market. She is selling her 3-year-old Italian car. It was a beautiful cold day. Comparative adjectives. Comparative adjectives are used to compare differences between the two objects they modify. Larger, smaller, faster, higher. They are used in sentences where two nouns are compared. In this pattern, noun subject plus verb plus comparative adjective plus then plus noun object. The second item of comparison can be omitted if it's clear from the context. Absolute pronoun mine, hers, ours, theirs, yours, his, its can be used instead. Examples. My house is larger than hers. This box is smaller than the one I lost. Your dog runs faster than Jim's dog. The rock flew higher than the roof. Jim and Jack are both my friends, but I like Jack better. Superlative adjectives. Noun, subject, plus verb, plus the superlative adjective, plus noun, object. Examples. My house is the largest one in our neighborhood. This is the smallest box I have ever seen. Your dog runs the fastest of any dog in the race. We all threw our rocks at the same time. My rock flew the highest. One-syllable adjectives. Add er for the comparative and est for the superlative. If the adjective has a consonant, the final consonant must be doubled before adding the ending. Adjective. Tall, comparative, taller, superlative, the tallest. Fat, fatter, the fattest. Big, bigger, the biggest. Sad, sadder, the saddest. Two or more syllable adjectives. Adjectives with 2 or more syllables can be formed like that. Adjective. Amazing, comparative, more amazing, superlative, the most amazing. Wonderful, more wonderful, the most wonderful. Attractive, more attractive, the most attractive. Popular, more popular, the most popular. Comfortable, more comfortable, the most comfortable. Talented, more talented, the most talented. Important, more important, the most important. Expensive, more expensive, the most expensive. Irregular comparatives and superlatives. This very common adjective have completely irregular comparative and superlative forms. Adjective: good, comparative: better, superlative: the best, bad, worse, the worst, little, less, the least, many, much, more, the most, far, further, farther, the farthest, the furthest. Examples: today is the worst day I have had in a long time. You play tennis better than I do. This is the least expensive sweater in the store. This sweater is less expensive than that one. I ran pretty far yesterday, but I ran even farther today. When comparing the attributes of two things, we use a standard set of construction: as plus adjective describing the attribute plus as. Examples: Tom is as tall as his brother. I am as hungry as you are. Sally is as nice as Jane. When attributes are not equal, either use the partons not as plus adjective plus as, or use a pattern less plus adjective plus than. This construction is more frequent with some adjectives than with others. Or use the pattern comparative adjective plus than. This construction may require changing the order of the phrase or using the opposite adjective. Examples: Mont Blanc is not as high as Mount Everest. Mont Blanc is less high than Mount Everest. Mont Blanc is lower than Mount Everest. Mount Everest is higher than Mont Blanc. Norway isn't as sunny as Thailand. Norway is less sunny than Thailand. Thailand is sunnier than Norway. Norway is cloudier than Thailand. Countable nouns. Use as many and as few with countable nouns. Note that the noun may be omitted when it is understood from the context. Examples: They have as many children as we do. We have as many customers as they do. Tom has as few books as Jane. There are as few houses in his village as in mine. You know as many people as I do. I have visited the States as many times as he has. Uncountable nouns. Use as much or as little with uncountable nouns. Note that the noun may be omitted when it's understood from the context. Examples: John eats as much food as Peter. Jim has as little patience as Sam. You have heard as much news as I have. He has had as much success as his brother has. They have got as little water as we have. To compare two things that are unequal, we use the pattern adjective plus indicating quantity plus noun plus than. The quantity adjective you use depends if the noun in the comparison is countable or uncountable. Countable nouns. Use more or fewer with countable nouns. Note that the noun may be omitted. Examples: They have more children than we do. We have more customers than they do. Tom has fewer books than Jane. There are fewer houses in his village than in mine. You know more people than I do. I have visited the state more times than he has. Uncountable nouns. Use more or less with uncountable nouns. Note that the noun may be omitted. Examples: John eats more food than Peter. Jim has less patience than Sam. You have heard more news than I have. She has had more success than his brother has. They have got less water than we have. Now let's have some trial test. You have to choose right answer. The Alps are very high. They are high mountains in Europe. A. Higher. B. The higher. C. Highest. D. The highest. E. A highest.